Hello my friend, thanks for being here. I don't know when you're watching this video, but I'm making it at the time around the new year. And there's a lot of things going on at the moment about all that pressure about new year, new you, and what are your goals, what are your incentives, what are you gonna do next year? It can feel like a lot, especially when you don't really know. And I gave up goals a long time ago because what I found was I would set a goal for the 1st of January and by the time it got to March, that goal had changed or it didn't apply to me anymore. I just didn't feel like I needed that. But what has worked for me is how I want to feel. How do I want to feel next year? And when you think about it in that sense, rather than specific, it has to look like this one thing, or I have to lose 5 kg or whatever that goal is. And in our case, we have to do 200 days of drawing in a row or whatever it is for you. Then how do you want to feel instead could look in a multitude of ways. It could look slightly different. And it takes the pressure off. And I like to use the wheel of life. If you've ever used that before, it's around what kind of categories there are in our lives. There's like, you can cut them up into 6 or 8 or 16, however many categories you want to have in your life. And they're things like love and career and money and health and family, all the things that kind of make up different elements of your life. And I like to think about, well, how do I want to feel in all of those different little bits, and just choose one feeling for the year. And it just takes away all the noise, it takes away all the pressure about exactly how it has to look. And it helps me to just really focus in on, okay, I just want to feel this one thing. And I don't have to make it look a certain way. So today I'm going to draw a zine. What's a zine? It's a small magazine. It's a handmade book. We've made a couple on this channel before, and I think it's really fun because it's like a little book of 2025 of how you want to feel, and you can look back on that, you can keep it and do regular check-ins and see if you're feeling those things. You probably will be. Some other ideas I had when I was thinking about this video was even just creating one drawing that has all of those elements made up, or you could draw 8 different little drawings and have those up on your wall somewhere where you see them every day throughout next year of what those feelings are. And the bare minimum could be just 8 pieces of paper that has the word of how you want to feel for each section. Still works, but I'm going to make a zine. The beauty of the zine is when I start with this A3 size paper, it will give me 8 sides or 8 pages. And I like to start my first page as the title page, but then you have 7 sections that we can work with. So the sections I'm working with for this year's zine are as follows. My home and daily life, kind of focusing on the environment. How do I want my environment to feel? The second one is love. How do I want to feel in love? How do I want to feel in my love life? The next one is career. The next one is money, and I separated that from career because I think what you give and contribute can be different to your relationship with money. So it is for me anyway. So perhaps how I want to show up and what I want to contribute to society in terms of my career might look different, is different to what I need and want from money. I guess your career can be seen as what you want to be doing, what you want to be contributing. Whereas money, you can just get a job down the local store for money, you know? And it's like, what is that relationship with money that I want to feel? Maybe it's fulfilling the need of paying my bills. Whereas a career is more around what I want to give back. Another one is family. How do I want to feel about family? And then friends. How do I want to feel about friends? And then of course, health. How do I want to feel next year in regards to my health? And it's actually kind of hard to only pick one feeling because you want to feel lots of things, you know, like take friendship, for example. I want to feel that sense of community. I want to feel a strong connection. I want to feel secure. I want to feel supported. I want to feel included. I want to feel like the life of the party. I have lots of feelings about those things, but it's really helping to hone down on exactly, well, what's the most important thing coming up for me right now at the end of 2024, and what do I want it to look like in terms of feeling for 2025. And it makes you really hone in on what's the biggest thing coming up for you now that you feel like you're lacking or that you want to have more of, and that feeling that you value the most. It's really hard to do, but try it.
To make a zine, you take your piece of paper and fold it in half, hot dog style, and then fold it in half again. So you should have 4 sections. And then you take the remaining sides and press them in towards the center folds. So when you open it up, you should be able to see 8 sections. The 2 sections in the middle of the 8 sections is where you cut in the very middle, so that you can pull those pieces apart and fold them back in on themselves to create the book. And if this is too fast for you, I do have a video that I made earlier this year which goes into detail around how to actually make a zine in a much slower pace. This zine is just around how I want to feel in 2025. How do I want to feel in my environment, in my home, in my career, with money, with family and friends, in love and health? My environment is really important to me, and I really wanted it to feel like it fits me. And the word that I want to feel next year for my home is aligned. I want to feel like I'm in a really aligned place to call home. How I want to feel in love. This was interesting because when I started drawing, I didn't really realize how much I wanted to feel that sense of security and stability, of that deep connection that you have with someone when it runs really deeply, kind of like a tree where the roots are that depth and level of connection. But when there are things like bad weather or it's windy or turbulent, the tree can move and bend and flex, but the deep connection is always rooted in the ground. It stays there. So that was a metaphor that kind of came to me as I was drawing it out. How I want to feel in my career, I really want to feel valued. I want to feel like I'm creating value and being able to share it with those who really appreciate it. Like yourself. Thanks for being here. When it comes to money, I really wanted that sense of safety and security, like I have enough money to catch me, and it gives me that sense of trust. I really wanted to feel like I could trust money. I will have it. It'll be there for me when I need it. How I wanted to feel with family, I was trying to draw a picture of support and feeling supported by someone in my family, and I managed to really mess up the arm, and it just looked terrible. And even the face that I had drawn on myself kind of made it look a bit creepy because I was like looking unexpected and the person was doing something weird with their arm. So I had to come in and do another one over top of that and add in some collage. But we like collage. I'm fine with it. Again, how I wanted to feel with friends was really that sense of belonging, that sense of community where you feel like you really fit and that you're a piece of that puzzle that matters. And if your piece wasn't there, then it wouldn't make the whole section. It wouldn't make up the whole puzzle. And how I want to feel in health, I want to feel strong. I want to try lifting weights more. I want to see if I can improve my noodle arms and give myself that sense of stability in my body, and perhaps it will then come out more in my life and in my mental stability in other areas. So I look forward to seeing how I can transform in that sense.
I hope that it's given you a chance to reflect on how you're feeling about each of these categories at the moment, and then really shifting your focus to look at what it is that you do want to feel. There might be some areas in your life that are really challenging at the moment and really hard, and you don't want to feel like that anymore. 2024 can be gone. Bye. So knowing what you don't want to feel anymore is brilliant, because it means that we can flip it and think, okay, so don't want to feel this way. What would feel good? What would feel nourishing? And really try and pick words that are emotion words, actually descriptive of the word. Descriptive? That actually describe the emotion, rather than I'm terrible for things like, I want to feel like I have lots of money. That doesn't describe the feeling, just tells me how I would like to feel. But what is the feeling there? So having lots of money might feel really secure. Or having lots of money, you might feel really supported. Or having lots of money, you might feel really free. You know, those are sort of positive emotions. Having lots of money might feel really stressful. I don't know what it is for you, but really try and focus on what is the word that you want to feel, so that you can embody that, so that every time you see it next year and you're flipping through your zine or you see it on the wall, you can come back to that and be like, oh yeah, money, secure. Thank you so much for all of your likes and your comments and your beautiful stories from all around the world. I'm loving that. I feel really seen and supported from you, and that is just so nice. So thank you so much. But if you're new, then please like and subscribe, because it makes me feel like I'm adding just a little bit of value to you and your day with these videos, and that really means the world to me. If you're interested in learning more about the art that I make and how I overcome procrastination of creating, then check out my ebook below, which is 100 Days of Art, where I talk about making art for 100 days in a row, the challenges and how I overcame those, and what I did that did work, and the things that actually helped me to achieve that. Time for some support chocolate. I don't like that.